CCM Talks. Today we're talking about support of the military community. The American dream of homeownership wouldn't be possible without the selfless service of those who protect our country. Year-round, CCM is honored to support and give back to military-minded efforts. And this is personal to us. We employ nearly 250 veterans and active duty service members. I'm honored to be joined by some of them today who are also leading loan officers serving this demographic. So Steve Flounlacker, Jose Sampol, and Rick Iniguez. Welcome, guys.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
So wanted to spend a little bit of time today getting to know you, understanding your military background and what that has brought to your career, including your time here at CCM. So Rick, maybe we can start with you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and your military background.
23 years, active United States Army, retired. Bag of tricks. I've done many things for the military, served on many nonprofit organizations while in the military, and led many key strategic operations and leadership roles. So that's the easiest way to sum all that up.
And you're in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, correct.
You were the first branch in Hawaii.
Correct. We stood that up in 2020.
And you're servicing a lot of the military community. I think you said like 40% of your volume.
Absolutely, and that's at a minimum. It's just a giant footprint with all services there, present on the island. And VA is kind of like one of the regular loans you will always run across in our industry over there. So it's definitely a bit different than some other places, put it that way.
Jose, tell us a little bit about your journey and your time in the military.
Yeah, so I spent 6 years with the U.S. Army as a commissioned officer, personnel. So my job was strength manager, and my role was basically making sure that we had the right amount of forces within our units. So if we're having to do an exercise or any kind of event, I have to make sure that we have this specific job. If we don't have it, we have to go get it from a different unit. So it's, human resources. Mm-hmm. It's really what it came down to. But I loved it. We'll do it all over. And I spent the majority of my time with the U.S. Army, but the National Guard. So I was not only being a loan officer, but I was also serving our country with our unit, not only in Indiana, where I originally started my career, but also in Florida when I moved in 2017.
Okay. And Steve, what about you? What's your military background?
So I'm a Gulf War era veteran, and I joined the Navy to finance college.
Okay.
So I spent my time in the military and then rotated from the military to university life. So I wouldn't be able to get through university life without my military background. So that all led me to where I am now.
So what's your experience been like here at CCM and in the mortgage industry, drawing on some of that military experience? So Jose, maybe we could start with you.
Yeah, so I had a brokerage of my own prior to joining cross country. And one of the big reasons why I made the move to cross country was the support staff and the overall operational setup that cross country had when it came to taking a loan from point A to point Z. Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean, as a broker owner, at times I had a difficult time working with lenders. It was not a smooth process at times for our veterans doing the underwriting process of a loan. Whereas talking to colleagues in the industry, continue to hear across country, hey, we're closing loans quickly, we're having no issues. And one of the big things that I wanted to do was make sure that if I made a move and joined a company, that company was going to make every loan possible, smooth one and an enjoyable one. So that way realtors are out there are not given that stigma that exists on VA loans at times. I didn't want them, having an excuse to not accept a VA offer at times. So it's been a wonderful experience since I've joined cross country nearly 2 years now. Our VA loans are actually closing quicker than a conventional loan. So it's been an amazing opportunity for me.
So this morning we launched internally the CCM Charitable Foundation. And one of the pillars and focuses of the foundation is giving back to the military community. So what does it mean to work for an organization who supports the military, who respects the military in the ways that we do here? We'll start with you.
Well, yeah, when I came here, the one things I realized very early on was that this company was going to reflect my priorities. Mm-hmm. And now I'm hearing that, that warms my heart as well, because that is a priority to me. So that's huge. And now I just have to get the message out into the veteran community, in my local veteran community, that, hey, we're not just here for lip service. We need to know, if we have veterans in crisis, we're here to help. So it means a lot to me.
This company is allowing a lot of capabilities for anybody who wants to dive into understanding the VA world. Mm-hmm. You just got to start. It's not common for me just to think every day, and I've said this many times home from deployments, that, well, at least bullets aren't flying over my head. And that's a normal thing. And then all my civilian community folks will always say, different perspective, right? My stress level changes to answering a phone. Hey, how you doing? Oh, okay, let me see what I can do for you. Compared to everything we've had to experience in our past time.
That decision was made.
I found it interesting in talking with all three of you. All of you keyed in on more education is needed for the military community about the available mortgage options that they have at their disposal. There's not a lot of accurate information, so we're stepping into that space to serve as a partner. So can you talk a little bit more about that and what you've been doing to educate your clients and your partners?
And one of the things that I wanted to change was, hey, this is a benefit that was earned. This is not a program that's for lower tier clients. They're not using their VA loan because they don't have any money. They're not using their VA loan because they have bad credit. They're using their VA loan because they serve this country and they're earned that right.
When you think you've done enough for veterans, try to go the next rung higher, whether it's education or something you can do to impact the community.
Thank you guys all for your incredible service. Thank you for your leadership here at the organization. We appreciate you. You've taught me along the way. So as you speak about education, I've learned a few things past our conversation.
benefits.
So thank you.
Thank you
And
for having us.
if you want to join these guys and you're passionate about serving the military, we'd love to have you as part of the team. You can go on to ccm.com, search for careers, and we will put you in touch with a recruiter. Until next time, this is CCM.